kick out at 2.
Good man. Let's just do this. Kick out at 2, episode something something. Yeah, I don't know either. It's not just for accounting and me. I don't even know. I have no idea. And you know what? Do I care anymore? Do I?
No.
Do I care?
No,
No,
leave
because
it.
we're just still going.
We don't pay an accounting department to take care of this.
Not
Let them
yet.
take care of this.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
department that we can have eventually will take care of this one day.
So
Not right now.
you guys put in a lot of work last week.
Yeah, we did.
Oh my
Yeah, we
goodness.
did.
There
Here's the
was
thing.
so
Here's
much.
the thing. Here's the thing. The amount of work we put on screen was half of the amount of work Steve put on behind the scenes to get that thing up and running,
Yep.
with me screaming at him, "You better fix this, because if we can't do this, we'll never hear the end of it from Nick." You understand me? So do whatever the hell you need, get it figured out.
He
Yeah.
was texting me. So I had like they have Wi-Fi on planes now, which I didn't know, that
Mhm.
allows for text only. So like you can't like, you know, surf the web or scroll social media, but you can text people on the ground. So I'm getting texts from him like, I don't know what's happening. Everything's going wrong. I don't know what to do. Why do I hear myself twice? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm not there. I can't. Like that was my big stress. Like I was going to get on several planes. I was going to fly all over the country. My big stress was how's the show going to go? That's all I cared about. So,
We
but
got to
it was, but what he gave me for like editing and all was really good. And was there some echoing in Steve's voice when like you guys were talking, like going back and forth? Yes. Did I get satisfaction out of that? No. But
Oh.
it was really good. The only thing that was weird is the dichotomy of going from sports with Gary, like real sports, to sports entertainment and the news was
Mhm.
jarring. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Whoa.
it was a hard pivot. It was a really hard, awkward pivot, but, it was the time and the situation called for it. So, it's like we're doing that every week. But we before we start, we should cover 2 things. One, for our listeners, now that WrestleMania is over and WrestleMania season's over, we are definitely going back to the original Coke formula of talking more about our lives, and you and Steve catching me up in small bits on wrestling.
Yes.
Because,
Yep.
I just the people who aren't really interested in the wrestling,
They don't
who have
need all
suffered
that.
through for the last 5 weeks, like, you've made it through, we're good, we're going back to normal life with
5 weeks.
different.
It's been since January, since the
No,
Rumble. Yeah.
really?
We've been
Yeah.
hitting them over the
I
head
mean,
with a lot of wrestling. It's not good.
credit to you guys, and when I say credit to you guys, it's mostly the Perloff and Painter family. So, like, really, ultimately, thanks for sticking with this and keeping your son or stepbrother or brother or cousin mentally afloat, and, giving him this opportunity to listen to his podcast
Right.
and make him feel heard in this world. So, yeah.
Finally.
2,
Finally.
we have a note from, one of our listeners that I got this week, and, she said that she's in the middle of catching up on old episodes and, quote,
Oh.
"How could you treat Nick like that and talk about his cat like that? The cat is 20 years old and deserves respect, and Nick deserves patience and understanding
Uh,
in this situation."
asterisk,
Wh
she is 21 years old as of Friday.
Right, to which
20.
I replied to our listener simply just, "Ed."
Yeah, she's got to go.
Mhm.
I got to know
Yeah.
who this listener is. You're gonna have to text me and tell me, unless you want to just tell me. She'd probably like the shout out. Why don't you just say it?
No, because she doesn't wanna be shouted out. That's
She
why.
probably does.
He likes to listen from the shadows.
Like most people, I don't want to
Yeah.
admit I listen to this podcast,
Yeah, yeah.
or watch it on YouTube. So we're just gonna
Yeah.
keep it quiet. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Keep that to your dirty little secret.
Yeah, I actually also got a message from somebody that we went to high school with who was like, "This is really great stuff." And I was like, "Oh, right," 'cause I thought it was drivel. I thought we were putting out total nonsense. And, it's just nice to hear, like, "Wow, wow."
Yeah.
It puffed my chest out a
Mm.
little bit. Really
You.
good. Yeah, I felt good
Thank
about
Thanks,
it.
Mr. Hobart.
Who was the teacher in high school that was always running like a maniac around the school and then would come
Uh,
in all sweaty?
uh, the English teacher
Yes.
is 90
Probably shouldn't
pounds.
say his name. Guess
Yeah.
what? Still alive. Saw him outside a grocery store. He looks exactly when we were at school, he looked 60 and he still looks 60. He looks exactly the same.
When you saw him, was he running?
No, he was walking to his car, but not like an old man would walk to his car, like, kinda slow and, like, make sure
Yeah.
he doesn't trip. Nope, walking total confidence, like, yeah, yep, and
Yep.
we remember his name, everyone. Don't text
Mm,
me the teacher's name. We remember the name. We just
right,
he doesn't need this either in his life. You know what I mean?
right,
Right.
right.
He
Yeah.
probably
Eh
doesn't want anybody knowing he's alive.
yes.
Just everybody forget about me, please.
So, how old do you think he has to be in his 60s, 70s, right?
Gotta be. We're out of high school. 40 years, man.
Right?
35 years. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
oof, oof.
So he's gotta be and he's walking fine like, pretty much, he probably looks and walks and lives his life like a person who spent his whole life taking care and top fit of his
Yes,
body.
taking care of himself.
Like,
L
not
like
the
us.
complete opposite of us. Like,
Yes.
his life right now is not the life that we will have.
Yeah, like, my my 2-ish days of weightlifting at the gym a week and you doing hot yoga every once in a while, and then we're like, "Yeah, I did really good." Like, "Wow, I'm really working ooh, I'm so sore." Yeah, well, you shouldn't be. You should be
Yeah,
going every day, but we don't. And
right,
we're not gonna change now, so
yeah,
what's the point? We're not here
yeah,
for a long time, we're here for a good time.
right.
Yeah.
And
Now
also my all jelly bean diet that I found on TikTok that,
ooh,
you know
tough to avoid that one, isn't it?
you know what I
So,
mean? Like, I had
now
no idea according to TikTok, the health like, the benefactors healthy, like, benefits of just eating jelly beans all day are phenomenal.
mm, was that TikToker a jelly bean manufacturer?
It could've just been my bathroom mirror. I don't know. Either way.
Right. So now while that, running crazy English teacher is alive, there it has been a death, and it is Nino's Pizza. Nino's Pizza had their last day May 1st. I have 0 faith that they're reopening. That's the death bells are tolling for Nino's Pizza. It's over. It's over.
They closed, right? Yeah, they closed.
Yeah, but everything they put out was like, "Oh, we're gonna temporarily close on May 1st." And I was like, "There's no temporary. There's no temporary about this. That's done. They're done. They're done. They're not gonna reopen."
Oh, I thought the way that they portrayed it was that's it, it's over. Like, they kept calling it last call.
Yeah, I don't know, but they put a date on it. They said temporarily. I don't I don't know
Mm,
why you say that unless
yeah.
there's like a sliver, but there's not. I
There's
have
no
no
s
sliver of hope. I have more hope for these Flyers to come back
okay.
after that shellacking last night.
It's one game.
Yeah,
Uh, uh,
that's what I said to the boy, but
so what is their plan? Are they gonna sell it? Is it gonna be abandoned? Like, what's
I assume they've still got time left on the lease of the building or whatever, the land, so
yeah.
I assume they're gonna sell. I mean,
We wanna buy it and turn it into a podcast studio?
no,
Okay.
keep the pizza oven, Nino's
Yeah, no,
podcast.
like, run it like a pizza place, but also do the show during it. So, like, we're talking and then we're like, "Order number 42." You
"Oh,
know what I mean?
oh, you want your pizza? Here's your pizza, idiot." Talk to them like Margaret used to talk to people. Like, "Do you want the slice or not?" "Yeah." "I don't hmm, maybe." With all the capital that I've saved up from driving a school bus, maybe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, speaking of you on airplanes, are you shocked that Spirit Airlines is gone out of business?
Well, I never flew Spirit, so I have no idea.
Mm,
So but I did wanna talk about the airplane because you were right and wrong about Southwest. So
interesting.
I flew out American. It felt like the longest flight of my life. Felt so long, and I think because it was like, an early evening flight, Like, I'd already
Mhm.
gone through a whole day, and then, like, the excitement of going to Vegas is like, I'm gonna get there and hit the ground running and go ahead, but then I got on the plane, it was just, like, 5 hours of just like, coming
No.
home, I had a layover in Midway, which apparently I don't travel a lot, so Kelly tells me Midway is way preferable to O'Hare. You go to
Oh,
Midway,
yeah.
you find this she's like, "There's this nice little burger bar right in the middle of the terminal. Go there, get a burger, and then get to your gate, and you just chill out. You'll be
Yep.
fine. Not a lot of traffic there, not a lot of people, all that stuff," right? And she's right. Um, I get on the first flight, Southwest. I'm in a middle seat both flights, and I was too big of a cheapskate to upgrade those to Windows or preferred or any of that. And I was just like, I'm already suffering because I feel horrible from 3 days in Vegas. So I'm
Mhm.
just gonna sit in the middle and, I'm gonna take both armrests and, to hell with the people next to me. So I
Oh,
wake
boy.
up, I get up at 2 in the morning Vegas time. I shower, I pack my shit, I go to the airport, and I'm just there. The security was good. I get on the plane. There's a ton of legroom on Southwest. I mean, what
Mhm.
I'm 6'2", so, like, most planes do not, like, American does not, and so I was pleasantly surprised with the legroom, and I guess I had checked in at the right time for my flight, so I was in, like, boarding group 1, like, get on right away. I was like, "Cool." So I get on, I get my middle seat, then a dude shows up for the window seat, so I get up, I let him in, and then this girl comes and sits in the aisle seat. They're both thinner humans, which is great for me because I'm not, and that is where the fun stopped, because apparently in Las Vegas, there was 2 big shows happening at the Sphere. One was The Wizard of Oz, and the other one was Phish, the band, the Phish,
Mhm.
Phish? Yeah.
Mhm.
I am not a fan of either of those things, but I don't care if you are. That being said, I did not get the Wizard of Oz group of people on this plane to Midway. I think I was the only person on this plane that did not go to the Phish concert the evening before, meaning
So
just a few hours ago.
so that entire plane stunk like a patchouli candle.
That entire plane was so smelly and greasy, and everyone that got on, I was like, "Tie-dye, fish, tie-dye, fish, fish hat, fish." That guy's carrying a poster from the band that he went to a different state to go see. The thought that someone would buy a poster in 2026, an adult, I don't know if that I think that's an important distinction. An
Very important.
adult bought a poster for his home for a band that he went to see in Las Vegas. And it really seemed like a lot of these people, like, got up, got on a plane, flew to Vegas, saw a concert, then went to the airport and went home.
Yeah.
That is wild to me. That's not even the worst part. So this is where you were right. First, you were wrong in that the plane itself was incredible. It was cool, like, it wasn't too hot. It like, the airflow was nice. Even though these people were stinky, the plane didn't stink. Here's where it got
Okay.
worse. The people are the worst, because I had 2 Fish concert goers on either side of me, and they were talking about the Fish concert for 2.5 goddamn hours. Not only were they talking about the concert, the woman is showing us, mainly me, showing me the light show in the Sphere from the Fish concert, and I don't care. I don't care. I don't I have a Hulk Hogan documentary to get through. I need
Mhm.
you to shut up, ma'am. Like, no, no. Not only do I
Like, "Excuse me, I'm a grown adult. I don't care about a Fish concert. I have a Hulk Hogan documentary that I must watch
right,
because
for
I'm
my
an adult."
podcast.
Mhm. For my podcast. So, can we not?
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Small people?
So finally, she falls asleep, and, like, by fall asleep, I mean, like, mouth open, head lolling onto my shoulder, like, asleep, and I was like, "Good, Hulk Hogan time." Second flight was fine. Midway to Philly was fine, it was perfect. It was
Right.
it was it was the people I'm used to on a plane. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, fine, this is better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely got, like, light show raped, like, it was non-consensual. She's showing me, I'm like, "Ma'am, why are you why are you like this? Please stop."
Yeah. I, uh, I hate Fish fans. Like,
Yeah.
I went to college with all of them. They're fine as people, like, I get it, but No, we're good. We're
They're
good.
they're not as
Uh,
bad as Dave Matthews Band fans, but it's close.
if if I were on that plane, I would have commandeered the plane in the air, flown it to the
Right
sphere.
into the Sears building.
Right sphere, right in the speaker, right in there, problem solved. And I don't you know what? I kind of feel like half the country I would have been heralded as the
Yeah,
other half called me a terrorist.
yeah,
Like, then it doesn't matter because, like, I can't with the smell and this then those people and the smell, it bothers me terribly. It just bothers me.
yeah, yeah,
So,
it was not ideal. Now, the Hulk Hogan documentary was really good. Like, I thought I've kinda had enough of Hulk Hogan documentaries, like, do we need another one? Is this
yeah,
necessary? It was, and I cried at the end of it. I cried
no.
with the fish
Aw,
lady on my shoulder.
that's
I
adorable.
little tear. No, I wasn't sobbing like a baby, but like a little tear, like, like
Aw.
when his what like Jimmy Hart is crying.
Yeah.
Like if Jimmy Hart's crying, you're crying. If you said you didn't cry, you're lying. You're lying.
There may have been a tear and
Yeah.
maybe a little whimper followed with a soft, "What you gonna do?" Okay? So, yeah.
He's crying right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I
It
know what I'm gonna do now.
like, it
Totally
was
motivated.
it was very, very good, and the funny thing is because Netflix and the people who run Netflix and the people who produce at Netflix, you could tell that they were trying so hard, like, it was a battle between trying to tell his story, but also Netflix being like, "Hey, don't forget about this, don't forget about this, like,
Yeah.
you have to remember that he did this and he said this one
Yes.
time to like,
Make
you could
sure you
tell
put the racism in there. You
yeah, like,
have to
you could tell it was like a push-pull where it was like, alright, like, we have to, we have to, like, put this in, like, we have to cover it more and, like, go back and find footage of Florida wrestling back in the early '70s where it's nothing but rednecks, like,
Yeah.
and the way to get over for heel when you're going up against a babyface African American wrestler is to throw out as many of racially offensive things that you can to get heat on you and make the audience support them. You know what I mean?
like
So, like, it's like it felt like that clip was like, "Ooh, this is such a gotcha clip, and it's gonna really blaze up the internet," and it's like, "No, like, you idiots, like, that's not" you know what I
like
mean? Like, "No, I think to be"
Hulk Hogan was not the racist. Terry Bollea was the racist.
Right.
So
right, right,
when
right, right,
Separate the art from
Triple
the artist.
when
right.
Triple H
You're
fired when they had to get rid of Hulk Hogan, he said, "I fired Terry Bollea. I didn't
right.
fire Hulk Hogan."
Like, the funny thing is that that whole documentary, you could sense the entire time, every time he talked, that all Levesque hated dealing with Terry Bollea. Hated it. Hated him, hated all like, you could tell in his tone and how he talked about it that you're like, "This guy personally doesn't like this other guy," and
Yeah,
grudgingly respects him because of the impact in the industry that he works in,
yeah.
right? Like, you could tell it. You could pick up on it because it was like when he was like, "If anybody who doesn't wanna be out there on stage to give him a 10 bell salute, like, you don't have to go there." I would be like, "No, man, everybody's gotta be out there. Everybody's gotta be out there
Yeah.
because you not being there is you making yourself part of this making yourself a story out of what this should be. Like, this is the story. You purposely not being out there, you're running the chance of this whole story getting hijacked and that now being the story. So, like, to me, I'm like, that's kind of shitty. Like, he should have been like, hey, look, everybody be out there. I don't care what you feel about the guy. You wouldn't have a job right now. I mean, you wouldn't be making the money you make right now if it weren't for this guy. You
Yeah.
know,
I blame when Hogan came back at Mania at the Coliseum and took the belt off of Yokozuna after Yokozuna beat Bret Hart for it. That's where all the dislike for Hogan started. Like
Uh,
dude.
I
for people not in the business, you know what I
oh,
mean? Like
okay.
Hey,
for
so
for us, the viewers, the marks. I think Mark started hating Hogan a little bit
Yeah,
because they screwed
because
over
you
Bret
could
Hart.
see
You
he
know,
kept leaving and then saying, "Oh, no, I wanna come back, but I don't wanna come back
right?
and work. I wanna come back and just immediately go to the top." and that's all Hogan ever
Right.
did. But also Hulk Hogan, and I think everybody that worked with Hulk Hogan knew that if he was there, you were making money. And
Right.
so
Yeah,
you put him on the top because then the guy at the top, it all trickles down to these guys all making extra money because Hogan's there.
right.
So Bret
He
Hart,
was the
here's what bugs me about Bret
Mhm.
Hart in this fucking documentary. I used to be a big Bret Hart fan. This guy's such an asshole that he went through all that, right? He was definitely in the meetings. He was definitely part of the storyboard. How are we going to title on Hogan so we can move
right,
forward? You know, because we want to move it from Bret to Hogan because then we can all make more money, right? Then we're asses in seats. People are buying merch. People were buying Bret Hart merchandise and toys and all that stuff. And if there's more people there, more people will buy your stuff. So Bret Hart was absolutely part of this. It's only afterwards when he looks back and he's like, oh, that kind of sucked. That's when he now has this opinion of Hogan came and stabbed me in the back. No, he didn't.
right.
Bret Hart's such a liar, and he always does this stuff when the guy's dead. He always does it after the guy's dead. He's so full of crap. Like the day Bill Goldberg dies, Bret Hart's going to talk shit about him. Oh wait,
Right,
he already does it. Okay,
I I think after watching that documentary with Bret Hart in it, I think that Bret Hart, honestly, he slightly feels this way, but amps it up to now play a character of a bitter, angry
right. Gets his
wrestler
little violin out and
to
starts
get to get relevance. And,
because it's
right,
like,
still real to
'cause
him.
now people are like, "Oh, Bret Hart, let's see how miserable he is." And, like,
yeah,
you now you're like you are, like, Susie comes on, he's like, because 'cause I'm like, he's talked about this stuff with Hogan in the past, never to this degree, and I'm like, he's like this now because he knows it gets him traction and relevancy. Because apparently he's really starting to tee off on his SummerSlam match with Davey Boy Smith to a point where his wife is like, "Can you please stop bad-mouthing my dead husband?" Like, the
yeah.
match was 30 some years ago. He's been dead for, like, 15. Please stop, for the love
Can
of
He's
you
God.
dragging him
could
through
you
a
imagine
stuff.
Could you imagine if he just, like, did something to help the business? If he started, like, talking
No,
like, if he started reminding you instead of all the hateful and the hateful things that he feels for other wrestlers and, like, the crap that happened to him, if he just, like, started talking about, "When I was in this match with Shawn Michaels, you know, and this is what our thought process going in. This is da da da."
Right.
You know, it like, I don't want that Bret Hart. I don't want the Bret Hart to help any company moving forward anymore because this one is so much fun because he's so full of hate,
Yeah.
and I just wanna watch him decline until he turns to a little old man and dies.
I really just think that he's now more or less playing a character of a disgruntled person,
Yeah,
knowing it's going to get him heat.
yeah.
so
He's a carny. He's a
yeah,
circus carny. He can't give it up. He can't walk away. Like, this is what he knows. This is the
Also,
only thing that he
yeah,
knows, you know?
Bill Goldberg kicked him in the head so hard that he believes everything is real.
Right,
Everything.
no, he did that anyway. He did that anyway.
right.
Listen, so
Yeah.
Right, but, like, he good.
speaking of shriveled up old legends, I'm sitting. This is the only Vegas story I'm going to tell you today. It was a trip.
Boo.
I'm sitting at a slot machine with my dad, not my dad who went for milk and didn't come back, but Ron. So I'm
Yeah.
sitting with Ron, and we're
Thought it
playing
was
some
cigarettes.
slot, and he's like, "I don't think I like this one. I want to shift over." I'm like, "All right, we'll all shift over one. No big deal." I don't know. Some guys they get like weird feelings, and they're like, "Oh, this one's not giving me money." Well, none of them are. Uh, so we all shift down, but there's a guy was like looking at them, and I was kind of like, "Oh man, I'm sorry. We were just moving off this one. Do you care where you sit?" He goes, "No, I don't care." And he sits down, super nice dude. We get to talking. And of course, at some point, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do a wrestling podcast." And he's like, "Oh okay, yeah, I share a cul-de-sac with Ric Flair." And I was like, "What?
What?
Can you what?" And and I'm like, "This guy's full of crap." No, he doesn't at first, but then he starts to like kind of talk about him, and he just calls him Rick. And then I'm like, "Yeah, like, and I love the guy. Like, we love him." We love him, and
Yeah.
we understand the legacy they made. Like, without Ric Flair, you don't get Charlotte, who's the greatest women's wrestler of all time. He's like, "Yeah, Ashley's so good." And I was like, "Wait a minute. Did he call her by her, like, her given first name? And not
Right.
like we're calling her Charlotte
Her
because we're
stage name?
just wrestling assholes." And I was like, "Oh, maybe this guy does know Ric Flair." So I was like, "Listen, man, I'm gonna have to ask you to give him my number, and he can come and talk to us because I need Ric Flair in my life." And it would be the easiest podcast he ever did because we would just fawn over him. I was like, "Just tell
Yeah.
Yeah.
him." We would just like we would
I mean,
we would just
we'd
mark out for
probably
him constantly.
we'd probably woo for 15 minutes.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Right.
I would have to
Right.
change the title of episode 3, which is Woo.
Yeah. Woo woo.
Yeah.
We would do that podcast, and somehow by the end of it all, he will have found a way to get somebody to get into our bank accounts and drain all of our money. And what
Yeah.
like, it's like, there's no doubt in my mind and
I
that
would
whole
accept that.
thing doesn't end well.
I'll do
While
I'll
you were
do 5
talking
minutes for 5 grand.
while while you were talking, I'm on a text chat with my brothers. One of my brothers is getting married. We're planning the bachelor party. First, he sent us the dates. First question out of one of my brothers first question that my brother has a follow-up to him is, "Are you bringing the ass pillow?" The ass pillow from my bachelor party from 20 some years ago, or God knows how long ago. Yeah. So, yeah, just so you know, the ass pillow apparently still reigns supreme
Yeah.
and a topic of conversation.
Isn't that in a museum somewhere?
I
I
sat on that thing on a flight. I've never been more comfortable on an airplane as I was sitting on that ass pillow. And then to
You
get
look
home
great.
still like a little drunk and my wife being like, "What is that?" I'm like, "An ass pillow." She's like, "What's that from?" And then I she suffers through the story and then she's like, "Go put it in the trash right now. Go put it what are you doing? What are you doing? with it? Put it in
And
the trash right now."
then Gary's on a bus by himself, like, and then there's this woman, she had an ass pillow. She's like, just go sleep in the yard for 3 days and throw that ass pillow. I don't know, but getting back to it though, this whole Spirit Airlines thing, I think is like, it's hilarious because it was like, hey, we're a company that's going to give out cheap tickets, so anybody can fly and essentially be like SEPTA in the sky.
Yeah.
And then somehow, some way, shockingly, they went out of business, and the government's like, "Yeah, no, we're not helping you." Like, no, this is crazy. Like, you can't have 5 years post COVID of just like social media video of people getting the absolute shit beaten out of them on your planes,
Oh,
and then
well, that's
expect
the
for
the Fight
people,
Club,
yeah,
the
like,
Flying Fight Club.
and
Okay.
for people to say, "Yeah, no, let's get tickets on that airline," you know,
Yeah.
like,
Sounds
mm,
fun.
yeah, yeah, mhm, like,
That's hey,
That
listen, like Carnival Cruises had the same kind of stigma, and they were like, "Okay, we have to change something right now." They were like, "No
mhm,
more weed, no more this, no more that, raise the prices, absolutely not. It cannot be this." And
right,
now I talk to people that go on Carnival Cruises, they're like, "It was fantastic. It was super high end. Everything was wonderful. The people on it doesn't look like what you see on social media." They're like, "It was great. It was great." Yeah, because the company saw bad press and was like, "We got to do something about this." Spirit Airlines was like,
right.
"Bad press? There's no such thing."
yeah, yeah,
Double
no,
down.
Yeah,
Double
never,
down on
except
never,
yes, there is.
yeah, yeah.
that.
I just to me, I'm like, it's the funniest. To me, I'm just like the funniest thing. Like, how could they have been like, "Oh no, we're good, we're
Yeah,
good, like,
everything's
we're so
fine.
good,
Yeah.
we're so good." The craziest thing is that as they were falling apart in the last year and a half, Frontier picked up on it and was like, "Oh, wow. Okay, so we have to, like, top to bottom change our entire operation,
Yeah,
change how we present things, change what we're doing, and change who we're selling tickets to." And because Spirit has completely fallen apart, Frontier has turned around and specifically targeted like specific customers from Spirit and been like, "Hey, look, come fly with us instead. It's a whole different experience. It's a better experience, and you'll be okay. And no fist fights in the fly in the like in the sky. Like it'll
Yep.
be alright. And so, like, they have really changed their operation around because I fly them constantly because 'cause they're, like, a 52-minute flight for, like, $70 from North Carolina to Philly. So,
Damn.
like, it's, like, you notice it and you're like, "Wow, okay, this is not bad." So yesterday, Frontier put a tweet out and was like, "Hey, for those people who had plans on Spirit, come hit us up with your destination. Use this code 50% off. We'll help you out. Hint, you know who you are. Hint, hint."
Yeah.
Like, like,
Oh, no.
this isn't for everybody. This isn't for everybody. This is only for certain people.
It's not for
Hint,
Brian.
hint.
Like
Yeah.
a special Groupon.
Right.
Yeah, we like, come fly with us, um, and it'll be okay, and you'll be okay, and, like, nobody's getting knifed. So,
No.
like, those people leave with those they die with Spirit Airlines, right? Like, they're not coming over.
Right.
So, it's really funny watching the whole process go through. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so what else is going on? Jonesy, what are you up to?
Uh, I'm trying to recover. I had a, cornhole tournament yesterday I played in. It started at 10:15. Wait, we started drinking at 10:15 in the morning.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
then I remember my last beer being at 10:15 in the evening.
Mhm.
I took 4th place. Took
Yeah.
4th
I was
place
gonna
in the
say,
tournament.
you don't win when
Yeah.
you start drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Took
No.
4th place, and my partner won a signed Fletcher Cox jersey from a raffle for, like, $40, so that was, like, a $175 jersey. So, I'll take 4th place in that jersey all day. All day.
Yeah.
Wait, but you didn't get the
That's a win.
jersey.
No, I don't play raffle. I don't.
You just got
I
4th
was too.
place. What did you win for 4th place? Just a handshake?
Nothing. Yeah, handshake. No, I did give the people that we played against a very hard time because everybody was rooting against me. And you know how I don't deal with that very well.
No.
So I lost, and then I let them know that it was their fault that I lost because they were all rooting against me, and they should
I'm
have
not
known
the
better.
problem.
Yeah.
You're the
You were all
problem.
the problem. Yeah,
Mhm.
it started with getting there, and so these people all play together at a particular uh, brew pub in Hatfield called Imprint. So they all play there. So they were there. They were in their little clique, and then when it came time to start the matches or whatever, the one woman turns around. She's like, "Oh no, the recreation league's over that way." And I was like, "I know where I'm at."
Oof.
You sassy woman.
I know what I'm doing here. I get it, And then we almost beat them, but
Besmirching
uh,
Steve's character and
yeah,
abilities in cornhole.
no,
Terrible.
Who
it's
are
not
you?
great.
Who are
Yeah.
you as well?
I mean, the teams that we beat a lot of their teams, so they were all against us. So anytime that I did something well, I would acknowledge myself.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
So I felt proud. I felt proud. And then the Sixers won, so I watched that
Yeah, Brian, for the
through one
first
eye.
time in what, like 40 years, they beat the Celtics in the playoffs.
Right.
Got it.
And then that's
Right.
it because Embiid hurt
Handily.
his knee. So that's
Handily.
it. It's done. It's
Right.
over.
Right.
It's over.
No, I have my review for the game for the Outlook here. Hold on. Okay.
Is it under
Yeah.
Sixers suck? No.
Pictures notes. Losers.
Yep, there it is.
Losers. So I'm happy for 'em. I cheer for all of my teams from Philadelphia, but the
Yes.
Sixers are like the type like they're the kid where you're like, "Oh, good for you. Good for
Yeah.
you."
Yeah.
You're
We've been hurt by them way too much over the
Yeah.
years.
It's, "Oh, okay, good for oh, look, you got your shoes on. You got your shoes on for the first time and tied them."
Yeah, but they're on
And
the
you're
wrong
Wait,
feet.
they're the
Yeah,
wrong feet.
yeah, they're on the wrong foot, but good for
We
you. Good
tried.
for you.
Okay.
You tried.
Okay. Get out there and give them your best, kid.
Do you remember when I don't know if you remember this. When we did that cornhole tournament down here in Charlotte, and that St.
Yeah.
Patrick's Day, there was this one team we were playing where the guy brought his own specialty gloves.
He did.
Do you remember that?
Uh, no,
I
I don't remember
like,
that part.
you remember this? You remember, like, every fiber in every molecule, every cell in my body just wanted to take a bag and, like, pull back and just
Push
fucking
him with.
throw this right in this guy's face. Like, now I'm right in the face. Like, God, gloves couldn't stop that, could they? Like, like, who does that?
Nice catch,
Who?
asshole. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 gloves up, pal. Like, it was
Yeah.
like, that's the only thing. So when anybody ever brings up cornhole and cornhole tournaments, I just keep imagining this guy. It's like a PTSD of this guy being like, Velcroing over, um,
I
Velcroing over these blue gloves, white streaks on the outside. I am like,
I have never seen anyone wear gloves.
He was
me
Anyone wear
neither.
gloves.
he was also like a pre Major League Baseball pitch count timer guy where every time he stepped forward, he would undo and redo his gloves, like strap them up,
Oh god.
make
Yeah,
sure he
yeah,
was all set, like get him really. He was taking them
Right.
off once in a while. Like
yeah,
it was really, really weird. Like we were just there, we're barely
We were there
serious about
to
being
drink
alive.
and
We
beer.
don't care
Yeah.
about corner. Like we are not here for this.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, this guy
No.
kept stepping out of the box like it was no more Garcia Parra. Like,
Yes,
you were just
right.
like, you were just like, "Are we doing this? What do we do? Are
Well, we
we
were just
fat or are we playing cornhole? Like,
we
what
were
are we
more
doing?"
How much
concerned we were more concerned with our fourth and his head injury from going headfirst into the carpet.
the carpet? Oh my god. Ah, that was
Oh
great.
my god, I
That was
forgot
great.
about that. I
Yeah.
forgot about the whole thing. Oh man, what a lost weekend that was.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was a good one. That
I
But
was
we
just
a
re
did
good one.
that's when we discovered the Baconators after
Yes.
drinking.
No,
oh,
Yeah.
before bed. Who did I say
mhm,
that to recently? Like, so I was oh, Kelly and I walked over to a bar that's close to our house last night just to get, like, you don't go into there for it's nothing special there, right? They make good drinks and you can get, like, a quesadilla and a sandwich or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
And it's a guy sitting at the bar and he's like, "Bro, if I buy the next round, will you drive for Baconators?" And I was like, "You know?" And he was like, "What?" And I was like,
Like,
"You
"I listen
know
to this podcast."
that Baconators before bed after a night of drinking will cure you and you won't have a hangover?" And he was like, "Oh," like you could see the realization in his eyes that it's worked every time. And he's like, it was like, ha ha ha. I was like, "Yeah, man." Like we figured it out several years ago and it works every time. Every
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those listening and watching, just imagine us all with lab coats on in like a chemistry type room,
Very
a lab,
sterile.
like I'm just like
Nothing on the
hammer
walls.
drunk, hammer drunk at like 3 in the morning, being like, experiment. It's time to
One
experiment.
futon one futon in the room,
Right. One
Mhm.
broken futon for everyone to
Yeah.
sleep on.
a perfect television. Television was in perfect condition.
Yes, TV was fine. He has
Mhm.
there's a spoon in the entire apartment, broken
Yeah.
futon.
One spoon,
Yeah.
empty fridge, empty cabinets. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You could
Maybe a
bring an
bar.
air mattress, but it's gonna break, and then you're sleeping
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
floor anyway.
Bring up the idea of leaving it. Yep.
Yep.
So, yeah. Uh, yeah,
So
yeah, that was
so
our
wait,
last.
that so the 4th guy, he got up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, right? And then when he tried to lay back down in the air mattress, he just dove head first. Is that
Like,
how I remember? Am I
yeah,
remember that right?
he lost his balance, and because we just drank I mean, way too much. Like we were not alive anymore. His hands could not come up to
Yeah.
stop him. So he
Yeah,
just careened into the floor. And then he's got this like smudge on his forehead for the rest of the weekend. And all he brought was
Like a
like a
beanie
ski cat, a beanie. And so he's wearing the beanie all weekend in sunny, warm North Carolina.
yeah.
in
Now
inside the bar.
I know what you're all thinking now. "Oh my gosh, these guys and their stories from when they were 21."
Nope.
Wrong.
Wrong.
36.
Mm, mm,
36.
yeah.
This
Yep.
happened at 36. It
Yeah.
just
I had a toddler. I had a toddler.
yeah.
Remember,
Oh my gosh.
was that the one we left and it was a snowstorm that night, Nick? And then we
Yeah.
got to Florida, we were like, "We don't care." We got to Brian's house, we are like, "We don't care about anything that happens up north for
Yeah,
the
if it's
rest of
not
it."
here, we're good. Everything's fine.
Right,
Right.
right, right, yeah. No, it was 'cause at one point I feel like we were like, because we got up early at like 9 a.m. to go do this cornhole tournament at a bar that at like 10 a.m. And so we go and we're drinking, we have a great time, and it's like 2:30 in the afternoon, and it's like, okay, we can either stop drinking and just kind of repivot our day and then just, be mature adults and go enjoy the city and just go meet people and see some of the culture and bring in maybe
Yeah.
some take a look at some art, enjoy some meals, or go home, take a nap, sober up, go back out, get hammered drunk again.
Thank
Go to
you. Well,
Wendy.
And then go to Wendy's. And that's ultimately we went with option B. And
Wendy's never happened before 3 in the morning.
yes, and out of that came this amazing scientific realization
yes.
of if you have a baconator before you
Before
go to
bed.
bed for
Yep.
drinking, you
Yep.
will
Not
A, sleep great,
not
and
in the
B,
morning.
yeah, nope, can't
No.
no,
The breakfast baconator is kryptonite for a hangover. You will
Yeah.
die. Don't.
Yeah.
Like, that will
Mm-mm.
set you
Oh,
right up.
no.
They're disgusting. The
You want the normal.
baconator, the main one, the regular baconator, not the little one, not a double, a
no,
regular bacon, no fries,
yep,
regular baconator. Eat it, a little bit of fountain soda, you're good to go.
yeah,
How about
you
our
need
Uber driver? Remember our Uber driver was, like, requesting to come and get us the next day? Because he had such a great time, he was like,
we
"I'll be
were
back tomorrow."
we were Ric
right,
Flairing pretty hard in that car.
right,
We really
right,
were.
that was really funny, 'cause Nick kept drunkenly clapping and chanting in his ear, "New Day Rock."
Yeah. Dude, they rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, here we go. I guess it's time.
Mhm.
If we're talking about New Day, how about New Day is out of WWE? They're gone.
Yeah,
Amongst a ton of other releases that I am for.
they did not
Yeah,
want to they didn't like their new contract, and they were
I
just
mean,
like, "Oh,
I don't know.
nope,
They probably were like, "Hey, look, guys, you've been great company men for close to 20 years now,
20
probably.
years." Yeah.
Like, you've been great company men.
Yep.
Maybe we want to move you behind the scenes more and, cut your numbers and make you more behind the scenes people." And
They
maybe
want
they were
that.
like, "We can do that." But look,
I
I get it, but I don't to me, all of the people, like, it's a business.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
the story isn't fans reacting to their favorite character being fired because of course they're gonna react to that. That's their job is to react, right? Like,
Mhm.
Right.
your job is to react to that. So that's not a story, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the way it is. So
I
I
do
don't
I do have to go the other way and say, how dare Xavier Woods, say no to a contract?
Is this
This
about the
guy
women's NXT title? Is this still
no,
about that?
no.
Oh,
Eh,
if you know,
no.
you know.
Mainly right. Mainly because he's hurt all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
All the time.
Ultimately, that's why they wanted those two to go work at the performance center and help the next
Yeah,
generation because Xavier Woods is really good in the ring and on the mic.
when
The
he's
New Day
there.
idea was like he was the New Day. And without Big E, you can't have that because he's always hurt. You
Right.
can't have
Yeah,
them as real competitors. You can't put a title on them because that guy's going to get hurt. And then Kofi Kingston is, 40 years old, probably more, I don't know. And
yeah.
just like, how long can he do it without also being hurt?
Right.
That being said, I think they could go do a nice stint like a Ring of Honor, TNA.
Anywhere.
They can go
Yeah,
anywhere they want and put
go make
on.
your money.
They could even do, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them in Japan. Like those guys seem like the Japan type of guys and really put on some good stuff. And once you get out of the United States, Xavier Woods gets hurt. Well, he can always get some like weird experimental procedure, steroids, whatever he needs to do. So,
Right.
Yeah,
um, some of the releases I saw, I was like, thank God, I don't have to watch this anymore. Like the Wyatt Six. Look,
yeah.
Bray Wyatt was fun and all, but I think even the Bray Wyatt Fiend character thing that was almost over.
5 people couldn't do what he did.
Right.
It
Yeah,
was
I
it was
felt
too
like they
long.
were I felt like they were on a "sorry your brother died" contract.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
definitely,
they
absolutely.
And
were
they were on a
on
timer and they ran out of time.
yeah, like, they don't have like, they were just bodies. Like, that I mean,
Yep.
everybody that got released, yeah, you're just excess on the budget. That's why you got released. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like, we can't but I just to me, I'm like, so I feel like all that's just like a non-story. That's just business is business. Every business has their end of year, and they cut staff at one
Right.
point, and
Yeah.
that's just what they did. The funny thing is that there wasn't anybody on that list where you were like, "You know what? If they could really be great with a second run in Ring of Honor or, all of them." I'm like, "No, I'll never see or hear of these people again.
Yeah.
Never.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
never."
That's all the Wyatt six you're never gonna. I mean, maybe you'll see him in
Well,
TNA or
you'll see
something like that,
Loomis.
but
You'll see Dexter Loomis. You'll see him in AEW because he does that serial killer character really well when his hair's short and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like clean cut. You'll see him again because they can do stuff with him. Probably Ring of Honor.
You also get rid of Aleister Black and his wife this time.
Yeah.
They got to be
I don't
Japan
know.
bound, right? At this point, they just came from
Yeah,
AEW back when they got to
yeah,
be
AEW
Japan.
doesn't want him back, right?
Yeah, want 'em. Yeah. Especially, like, they tried to bring her in apparently, and she, like, handled negotiations in a really shitty way.
Yeah.
So, like, that ain't happening. They'll be wrestling in Mexico.
So then the
Yeah.
only other thing I saw that I think is worth bringing
Again.
up is that two of your Samoan guys, well, not even really. One of the MFTs I think is New Zealand or Australian, right? That Joey, what the fuck is it? JC Mateo.
Yeah.
But then one of the Tongaloa, who is like a botch machine, he gets let go. But then I read yesterday that there's like 3 or 4 other Samoans they're talking about bringing in to
Yeah.
reignite the Bloodline story because it was the greatest story in the last 5 to
10
7
years.
years.
Yeah, one of them better be Zilla because Zilla he's the son of Umaga, and
Yeah.
he's really good. He's
I
really good.
know.
He's like fun.
First of all, that guy will probably be back. He'll probably be the first guy back, right?
Yeah.
Right, right? Hey, oh, I'll call my cousin. He'll get me a job.
Yeah, right.
Right. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, the sequel's never as good as the original.
No,
Right.
except
The
Back to the Future Part 2,
the threequel is
Empire Strikes Back,
clearly never better
Ooh.
Rocky
than
2.
Mm,
the original. You know what I mean? Right. So
mm.
that's like what you list 3 movies, right?
Yeah,
Out of
so far.
500,000 sequels ever made,
Like
right?
that Avatar sequel was dog shit. That was so bad.
Predator 2 is terrible.
Yeah.
And Man of Steel, come on.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Free Willy 2, awful.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Wait,
Absolutely awful. No Michael Jackson on the
Terminator 2
soundtrack.
Judgment Day
None of
was
it.
one of the best sequels. Yeah,
wait, how can you save a whale twice?
So, mm.
What was
I
the
don't
thumb
remember. It was a long time ago.
I don't know that there was the second one was like a movie. I think it was one of the porn movies.
My
uh,
mother listens, Steve. You can't say
we know
anything.
where
Yeah, I think porn.
our
No.
edit is for this broadcast.
Free Willy.
I don't use that anymore.
It's like Home Alone 2. How do you do a Home Alone 2? How do they leave the kid again? I mean,
I mean,
I get it. They did a good job in the story, and I love that movie.
Listen, you have a kid. How do you leave a kid? On purpose. That's how.
But
Leave that kid on purpose, and then you have a nice
look what you
vacation.
did now, you little
You have
asshole.
you have a nice vacation in Paris,
You little
and you
jerk.
leave a kid. I don't care what credit cards he uses. Just
Mm-mm.
go ahead, kid. If you're alive when I get back, good for you.
like, it is really funny, though, because I always thought about it, especially talking about Midway earlier. So, when I would travel from Connecticut out across the country every week, I always had to do a layover on United in Chicago, and it was, like, constantly recreating the scene of me running through the airport trying to get my connection out west. It was nuts. And so, like, if you could imagine me just running through Chicago, like O'Hare Airport, dressed as the mother in a redheaded wig, like screaming, like that was pretty much like
Catherine
again,
O'Hara, God rest her soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
R.I.P.
Miss her
again.
already.
And so, yeah, just think about it. It was really funny. Like you just thought about that. You just said that because, yeah, it's just, oh man, those were
That
good.
that airport is terrible.
O'Hare. That's what I hear.
It is terrible.
I flew into, so you missed this part, Steve. I flew into Midway. That airport is really nice. It's really
Oh,
nice. Not a lot of
alright.
people. Kelly told me to go to this Harry Carey
Houdini. Oh.
burger bar. It's right in the middle of the terminal. And you just sit
Hey
up
guys.
to the bar. Yeah. Hey, God. Uh, and they've got all your chargers right under the bar and really good burger, which like I
Mhm.
needed at that point in the day. I got up at 2 a.m, didn't eat. I don't even know what time it was when I got to that airport, what time changes, all that shit. I have no idea. But I was telling Gary, Bri, you'll appreciate this. in Vegas, 3 days of drinking, felt great. I felt great. Woke up, went to the
For
airport,
you.
got on a plane, got to Midway, felt great. Got a burger, felt even better. Burger and a Diet Coke, felt even better. Oh, and a side salad. Yes, Steve.
You.
I
A
felt
what?
so good. I felt so good.
So you
Now,
got a side salad?
yeah, side Caesar with my burger instead of fries.
Ooh.
So, which is worse for you, but
First of all, that side salad is probably equivalent of Tom Hanks at the end of Saving Private Ryan, just trying to fire the gun at the tank as he's dying. Like, you know what I mean? That is
right.
the whole
Like,
goal of
like,
that side salad on that trip,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
Like, hopeless.
So,
Hopeless, not even gonna work. It's not even like needless actions here,
right,
right?
right.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I feel incredible. Now, what happens a lot of times on planes is when we descend in a plane, I have horrible ear issues from my childhood. And I sometimes get through a flight perfectly fine, no problem. Sometimes I have horrible pain in my ears while we land
Yeah.
until they pop. And sometimes I don't have any pain, but also I can't hear. Like I land and I'm moving around an airport and I cannot hear. It feels like I'm wearing these, but with no
Off.
sound. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Th- This was one of those times. I land in Philadelphia, instantly can't hear and feel horrible. Like like I had left all the allergens of the East Coast behind and went to
Mhm.
Vegas and abused my body for 3 days and then came back and they were like, haha, we're back in.
Right.
So
Guess
they,
what?
like my nose starts running, my eyes are watering, I can't hear, I have a headache, I feel horrible. Kelly called, I get in the car. First of all, okay, back up. Now we're back to Vegas. I took my dad to the airport with me to go to Vegas, right? Because for a couple of reasons. One, he treats himself way better than I treat myself. Okay. He's
Right.
got a car waiting for him at the airport. He's going to the Admirals Club before the flight for a couple of drinks and something to eat. He just treats himself better. Then also, I need to make sure that he gets through the airport where he needs to go. Not that he travels by himself all the time, but just if I can be there, I want to be there. So I drive down to the airport. I park in the B terminal parking because we're flying out American Airlines. I flew back Southwest, which is E terminal.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
now I have to walk like 2 miles to get to the parking garage I need to get to. Feeling horrible. Like I wanted to
Happy to be here.
die. So it's like
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
hear. A 3-day hangover's creeping its way in. Finally, my nose is running. My throat hurts. Just everything was going wrong. And then I call Kelly when I finally get to the car. Like, hey, I'm in the car. She's like, you don't sound good. I'm like, ah, and I turned into an animal. And she's like, yeah, yeah, okay, come on home.
This whole sequence in my head that you're doing and going through is all like the background music to this whole sequence in my head is that song Back to Life, Back to Reality playing while you're just like miserable, suffering, slogging, like all of these is aggravated,
All of it.
right, slightly
All of
twitching,
it.
and the whole thing, and you're just like,
Back to life.
mm,
Back
I
to
thought
reality.
I thought you were gonna say it was the Benny Hill theme song. You know,
Uh,
uh, the Wire family has exclusive rights over the Benny Hill theme song. When we're getting ready for events,
yes.
without fail,
God.
queue up Benny Hill. Insane. So all right, so I have okay, uh, you guys know this. So, I am pivoting from living in North Carolina to back to Philadelphia for the girls' high school years.
Yeah.
And
Good
so
for us, bad for you.
yes. So with that being said, I've spent a lot of time doing a lot of research in the past couple of months in terms of where to look, where to live, how to handle, blah, blah, blah. So now it's, the thoughts and the process of, and the theories are now becoming a reality and everything's like plans are being put in motion. I'm having people come in and out of the house to do updates, property companies coming and look and getting terms and getting finalized numbers on what's what. So the idea originally was to be in Horsham because Horsham is dead in the center between girls, where the girls are, and where my parents are, so I can kind of wherever I
Navigate.
need it, it's
Right.
easy to get to.
I know what he's gonna say.
I went and looked. I think you know. No, you don't. You think you know, but you don't.
Nope.
So
Come, 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 come.
I went and looked at these townhouses for rent in Horsham, and 3-bedroom townhouses, like 2.5 bath, are rentals, like 1,400 square feet. How much do you think they cost a month?
I already know this story, so
No,
Yeah.
no, no. They're $3,600 a month,
oh my
That's
god.
ridiculous. That's a
right?
mortgage. It's more than my
For
mortgage.
and the 2 bedrooms, like the main bedroom and then the 2 guest rooms, the guest rooms are, honest to God, they're just closets with beds in them. Like, they're
Does
not
that
even
place have a does that place have a rub and tug in there?
Yeah, is Kyrie Sane living there when you move in?
like, so to me, it's like it's shell shock, and at the same time, you're like,
Oh,
"What
Mr.
is
Dwyer.
what is money up here? Like, what is money? This is crazy. Like, how can this be how is somebody affording 13 right?" Ultimately, it's coming down to this, like, between getting the numbers of what the house down here can be rented for, and then what is going for rentals up there, and then the cost of everything. The idea is this: either A, I can be in Horsham, like, operate at, like, 6 to $700 a month loss every month for, like, the next 5 years, right?
Mm,
So, I can live in, essentially, Horsham, but it'll eliminate everything else in your life, right? All the flexibility you have, all the things you wanted, all on pause, everything's just a struggle. Or, looking at it, I can move slightly back to Langhorne, and the
Oh,
cost of Langhorne is so like, the cost the difference is so much less that now I'm operating like, I can actually
this is
have the same
no,
things we already have as a family in terms of,
this is
like vacations and stuff, like being able to afford stuff, like working on, helping the girls with their cars, is right. So, the drawback is I don't wanna be in Langhorne because to
the
privately, it's a terrible place for me to be. A
yeah.
terrible place for me to be,
Me
We'll have
right?
to
too.
worry about your we'll have to worry about your safety.
Right, but it keeps Grace in that high school easily because she loves it and she's put a lot of roots in. My thinking is if I can get down in Langhorne, like, by the border of where Langhorne is and, like, Willow Grove or whatever, Claire can go to a different private school where she's gonna need
Mm.
to be able to go to. But I'm like, what's what's the option here? Is the better option Horsham or is it Langhorne, right? Like, what is it, right? So
There
it's like
are
where
there are part listen, there are parts of Langhorne that are actually nice. And
no, I'm not saying
Like,
Langhorne, the area, I don't like, and Langhorne, the area is bad. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, for me personally,
oh, put you
in
close.
Langhorne,
Be
yeah,
very close.
puts a
don't
bullseye on him.
be there, right?
Yeah,
So, and like
yeah.
one of the good things, like,
I thought I thought you were gonna say that you had this great idea to move to New Jersey and run for mayor.
no, no,
Yeah, I was gonna listen, every time somebody in my life moves, they're like, "Oh, we're moving to your area," and then they move to New Jersey, and I'm like, "That's an hour away. That's not helpful." Kyle, Carl, like, come on,
Yeah,
guys, like, pull it
yeah,
together. I thought you were moving to Jersey. I was like,
yeah,
"No, don't do that. Don't do that."
yeah, oh, like I wouldn't
okay,
move at all.
alright.
But so, like, yeah,
New
and like
Jersey,
one of the other saving graces is that, like,
ugh.
one of my college friends who I've known and I talk to every day, him and his wife now live up in Langhorne too, and he's like, he's like, "It's gonna be completely different, like, we're here, blah, 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 blah," like, he's like, "It's all different too," but my idea is I'm like, it's only 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately? So,
Yeah,
that plays a huge part in it too, but I'm like, I just don't the idea of being like one of the things I don't like about Langhorne for me is that I feel like it's removed from everything else that I know in my life, right? Like everybody else and everything else is nowhere near Langhorne.
Right. Everything else is
Right.
happy and fun and good, and
Mhm.
then Langhorne is not.
For
It's
me,
always
Yeah.
it's always on fire.
For me too. For me too.
right. Also, yes, also for you. So like I don't know. Like it's something where I'm like, I just started thinking about it yesterday and I'm like I'm going back and forth. Like,
I really think you should move in with your parents for a while. It'd be
no,
really good for the podcast.
No, he will move directly to the bad part of Langhorne to get
He'll
away.
move to Japan. Now wait a minute. You keep harping on this 5 years. Where are we going after 5 years?
we're
Back
coming back to the Carolinas,
back to
baby.
Carolina. I
Yeah.
think that's where we're going. Once Kelly's at retirement age, like I'm already retired. I drive a school bus.
Mm,
When Kelly's ready to retire, got to go
yeah.
down south.
We're,
Got to
we're,
go.
the girls are going to college in North Carolina because the cost of living, the cost of tuition for in-state students in North Carolina is tremendously less than anywhere in the Northeast. And a lot of what the girls want to do for their careers, they have colleges down here, and those colleges I have connections at because of my career. But for people,
Yeah, don't worry.
and it's
We'll be
so
taking advantage of that pretty soon because the boy is ready. He's
Right.
we
so
have things to do.
to me, like that's it. It makes more sense. Like why be out there and like there's no reason to stay out there, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll be down here, and then that is when we enter beach house life, right?
Yes.
That's when the focus now goes to
So
beach
we
house.
need to, before this all goes down, we need to have one more adventure before you come home to this hellhole, Pennsylvania.
I don't
We
know.
Well,
need to have
we're gonna be up there. I mean, that this is all happening within like 12 weeks, so that one more adventure better happen soon.
Hey, you're out.
It's
You're out of luck,
right?
Steve. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
You're not going
yeah.
in the
well,
summer.
That one more adventure might happen in Quakertown.
Yeah,
Might just
Quakertown,
be,
Lansdale.
yeah,
Is there
might
a bar
just be
crawl again in the
might just be
summertime
us
this time?
getting drunk and riding your dogs in Quakertown.
I got a place I can take you.
You
Let's set
know?
something up. I'll take you guys a place up here
Yeah.
Um,
where we can
but
get
yeah.
stupid silly, and we could probably film in there. We could
So
definitely
I don't
film.
know. Like, what do you think? Do you think it's like what would you do? Like, would you
Listen,
guys?
Langhorne really gives you a lot of accessibility to the city, not
Yeah,
only Philadelphia but to New York. It gives you like your access to major roadways is really good in Langhorne, and there's some good stuff down there. I know why you don't want to live in Langhorne. I get it, but I think it's a big enough town that you're not running the same circles, and you're not running the same circles anyway.
Right.
And there's a nice cigar lounge I know of down there.
So that's the next thing is that the one thing I was thinking about was, you know what? I'm not going to have the girls ultimately 24/7. And if I can get the location correct, like I'm only 20 minutes from the places that I want to be at anyway in Horsham.
Yeah,
And
right.
so like I'm talking about like I want to be there's a country club that I like to be a part of that has a really nice smoke room and cigar place for Thursday night cigars because that is before I even decided on moving back up, that was one of the prerequisites of me moving back up was Nick giving me a night where we go out and smoke
yeah,
cigars.
once a
So
week. Yep,
completely
Steve will
like
go.
I do it down here with friends and like it's a real
Boris.
good thing for everybody. Yeah. Boris,
He's gonna walk into that country club, and Boris is gonna be there like, "Hello, Fred. I cannot believe you are here. Remember me?"
what are the chances? What a tiny little world. Who are
You know
you?
what?
Are
We
you
living
here?
Oh,
together.
Boris.
But yeah, so my thinking is that like if I can do if depending on the location, if I can do that, then I think ultimately we'll be able to it'll all work out. Ultimately,
We'll
at
make it
the end
work.
of the day, it always
It's
works out in
always
the end.
gonna work out. It's always gonna be fun.
Mhm.
Just not New
Always is.
Jersey.
It's just the like
But he can be a
Uh-huh.
mayor.
you know,
No, he can't. He could try.
yeah, thank you, Mayor. Mayor, no, I'm not
Oh,
kidding.
that was mean of us.
Not a
That was very
mayor.
mean. All
Sorry.
right, Kai.
All right, who's trying to be
Yeah,
mayor?
yeah. But at
Well,
least
Kyle
if
ran for
he if
mayor in his town.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, he is an elected official. He's the councilman of his town in New Jersey for his
Yeah.
second term now. But
Okay.
ran for mayor, and it did not go well. We were there that night.
But
It was horrible.
if he did get elected as a mayor, he would not
But he
not
won't.
have gotten a baseball card,
He lives in a
Pokemon
town
card
full of
thing.
blue hairs, and
Yeah.
he is a
Yeah.
Republican, so he lost to a blue-haired lady. So
Right. Freak.
I think we're safe. I don't think she's listening to this.
You know that Kyle for running at
And a big,
least.
big pro wrestling town. A lot of people. He said there's a guy that he's like kind of friends with
To
that
me.
like he watches every pay-per-view, every wrestling event. He does a big thing at his house. Like that's why Kyle can't come watch WrestleMania with us, because he's always at this guy's house watching Mania.
Does
That's
does,
what.
does this guy
Oh,
does this guy listen to the show? If Kyle knows this guy,
Maybe. I don't know.
you're fucking brothers, man.
That's what Kyle should have done, was make massive empty. What's the name of the town that he tried to run for?
Clinton.
Fart fate.
Yeah, so he should have tried to make massive empty promises. Like, you know what? I'm gonna bring WrestleMania to Clinton, New Jersey.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. We're gonna build a stadium. Yeah.
And it's gonna be free.
Our time up here.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put Clinton on the map.
Yeah.
World Cup games coming right here. Yep. Create all of these massive, massive empty promises.
Yeah. No, he was just like, no, we'll do another Day of the Dead celebration. And because it's super cool, because his wife and two of his daughters are from Mexico. So they started a Day of the Dead thing in that town because they didn't have one and they really wanted it. And like everybody in the town goes to it because they have no idea what it is. And they know, they're like, I don't want to look bad and not go. So they go out of guilt, out of white guilt. And they all show up.
Does he paint the skeleton on his face?
I don't think he has, but a lot of people do. A lot of people do. Like they get into it hardcore. And it's a really, I mean, they have like a whole thing I found for my sister-in-law's birthday, I think, one year. I had to go find a mariachi band. I hired a mariachi band out of New York City, because they're not that far from New York City, to come down and surprise her for her birthday, right? So Kyle takes the credit, because Kyle takes credit. And now they have that mariachi band come for Day of the Dead every year.
You fucking brothers, man.
Hey, listen,
You're
we
brothers.
all have sibling issues.
Nick's yeah.
So
Nick's really good at finding people like that. One time he got us Captain Jack Sparrow to follow us around.
I want to hire him for more
the
stuff.
best time.
He's still he's still in my phone. Like I have the guy's number. Like, yeah, we hired a captain. That's a story for another time.
Yeah.
And I'll have more Vegas stories, and we'll actually talk about wrestling one of these days. And
Wait, was it the same Captain Jack Sparrow that we saw shopping at the mall in Vegas when we were there for my bachelor party? Remember that?
No,
He was shopping
it's not.
Goodie?
Isn't it? No, it's not. It's not the same guy. I promise I would know if it was the same guy. It wasn't.
This is a great story.
Oh my God. All right. We got to wrap this up. I got a whole day of mulching to do.
I don't. I put Kelly's Bronco into summer mode, and all I got to do is put everything back in the shed, which is not even that much, including the snowblower my parents made me take. Thank you, Mom. Yeah. So we all have things to do. Plus, I started drinking. I didn't want to waste an empty stomach, so here we go.
Okay. Don't forget that 3 a.m. Baconator.
Yeah, I can't. I'll have Cullen drive me. Boy's going for his driver's test soon.
Wow.
Boy.
We were parallel parking this morning.
Also scary.
Like you forget, because you've driven for so long, and you've mostly driven with people that have also driven for so long, that when you are in a car with a person trying to learn how to drive, you forget all of the small things. Like it was
Stop.
Yeah. He takes some hard ass turns, man. Like it's like, don't gas the turn. Like they're like,
I'm like, boy, slow when you get halfway through the turn, then start. He's better now than he was. Head up to Steve's for WrestleMania. He gets better every day. I have him drive everywhere we go. He drives. Today we did some parallel parking. It went really well. Like spatial relations for him. I don't know if it's football. I don't know what it is.
He's pretty intelligent.
Yeah, he gets it. So I don't think I'll have a problem. And then
So, do you think he'll pass his test?
I do. Yeah. I failed my first time. I know Jam failed his first time. I think Kelly failed her first time.
Boy,
Yeah.
I had to take the I couldn't even get my permit twice.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. You know what I mean? So
You
I think
think
he's gonna be fine.
I wonder, do you think if Polymarket has a bet up on him? Right?
I guess we could put one up, right? Like I think anybody can
Yeah.
put any bet up.
Yep, will Cullen pass his driver's test?
Should I put it up on Spotify as a
What you
poll?
should do
Yeah.
is
Mhm.
what you should do is put the whole information in the ChatGPT and see if ChatGPT can give you appropriate betting lines.
Ooh,
Payouts.
It probably can.
that's
It probably can.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about all the stuff I have to do to post this. So we're gonna go. We're gonna cut it.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, Cullen. Thanks, guys. Thanks everybody for listening, for
follow
watching.
all our shit.
Yeah. Follow
Yeah.
us. Subscribe on
And
YouTube.
remember, we are back to original formula now.
Right. Keep your
Yeah.
eyes on the road, people. Cullen's gonna be out there. All right.